Hello, friends. This is going to be a brief overview of how to take care of your observation hours for Education 203. So you will note that in Education 203, we actually started discussing our field experience and observation hours in Module 2. And I know you guys have been so diligent about collecting those. And now in module 13 is where you will actually submit them. Some of you may have gone down to module 13 and jumped ahead and submitted, which is totally fine. That's great. But if you didn't, serves as the little overview of how to do that. So you're going to jump down, you're going to find that observation hours tab, check your due date. This is the due date for this semester, but you might be seeing this video maybe a couple semesters in the future, and make sure that the due date coordinates with your what's printed on your actual Moodle. So that's important. So notice right here is the observation requirements and resources. So this is the same one that we went over before in module 2, and I'm just going to take a little bit of time to break it down again. So here were the requirements. This is the form. Here's our handbook. And now we're actually to the point of, okay, we're ready to turn this in. So that's the documentation and the scoring. So the first thing we want to pay attention to is the record of field experience. And you'll note that in order to type in this form, you select File, Download, and then Microsoft Word. And when you do that, you're going to be able to actually save it to your device, and you'll be able to type into it, okay? Do not type into it right here, because everyone who accesses it can see it then. The permissions should be set so that you can't type into it, but just in case, don't type into it. You're not going to be able to submit it that way. So make sure that you complete this. Notice that some of it's already filled out for you. I've already done that. You will have to do your host teacher. You will have to get your school placement, site characteristics yourself, and those sorts of things. And then notice the only activity type that you have for 203 is observation. It's one of our earlier education courses, and so you simply get your observation hours there. So that's going to be observation. All right, once you do that, and don't forget, oh, I'm sorry. The other thing you do is, and I'm going to go ahead and type it in here, is your orientation. And that actually counts as one of your hours. So don't forget that. That'll be your, that's your quiz that you had to take. So remember, 4 of your hours are going to be from observation, and 1 of them comes from your orientation. That's how you get your 5 hours. All right. So you finish up your record of field experience. Make sure you save it to your device. The next thing you're going to do is you have to enter it in that watermark database. I'm not able to show you what your side of this looks like, because as a professor, I don't see the student-facing side of this. However, here are the typed out directions for you. And essentially what you're doing is you are logging those hours in our watermark database. And that's how we keep track of them for BCOE. And that's how we add them all up to make sure you have what you need when it's time to get your teacher certification. So you'll follow these directions, and then eventually I'll show you what it looks like on my side. On my side, I'll see that people have entered their hours and that they are awaiting my approval to put those in. So you're going to want to make sure that you have all 5 of your hours recorded, all 5 of those hours recorded. Remember that your orientation does count as one of the hours. All right. So then you want to make sure that you have a screenshot of this portion. All right. So here's one document. One document is your record of field experience. The second document is going to be the screenshot. And then the other 4 documents are going to be your guided observation forms. All right. Remember, that's what these look like. Again, don't type into these. You go to File, you go to Download, Microsoft Word, Save it to your device and type into those. Remember, you're doing 1 hour or one class period per form. All right. Once you have all of those done, finished up, you are ready to submit into this portal. And so this tells you how to submit it and has your little checklist right here. And you just upload those into the portal. Remember, this is going to be in Module 13. Check your due dates on your Moodle site for when those have to be submitted. And don't hesitate to email if you have any questions. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.